Hello survivors, welcome to another Soulstone survivor video. Today we're playing the Myrmidon. In yesterday's video we said we were going to show you some really weird and wonderful things with the Myrmidon, or with an earth-based colossal build. So we're going to look for Mhysahet first, because that's going to be the bread and butter of the build, because Mhysahet has a colossal to brittle earthquake type-esque skill for us. So we're going to go and look for that. The other thing is we're also using Fury of the Depths, which means the more enemies that are hit, the more damage it deals, and that's going to be a lot of area of effect needed so that we can hit everything on the screen. But we'll see if we even use that. Our focus is going to be Earth and Thrust, so we'll go between the two of them and see where we can go. Starting off strong with a Swift over there, and then these are none of my planned skills. We are going to go Thrust, so we are going to grab ourselves the Spear Trap over here. I don't know why it's saying... Oh, it's showing that they share two types now. I'm sure that never used to do that. So that's actually pretty cool. I think that may have been an adjustment that none of us saw, or something like that. I don't know. That's the first time I've ever seen that, so that's really, really cool. Also, I don't think I've ever had the visuals on when we're playing Spear Trap, and this is the first time you get to see this massive Spear Trap over there. But really good thing is, because we are going to be playing with Colossal, we don't need to worry about all that area of effect. It's just going to come naturally. So let's see what happens. Also, Myrmidon has a super strong Ascension. Ascension gives us crit damage, armor, cast frequency, and movement speed. And it's a really nice one, because all it really is at after a certain amount of time, you'll end up getting it for free. You just got to walk over it. So it's really, really awesome. Lots of level ups. So let's go. We don't want those. We don't want, we did actually maybe want that, but that's fine. Here's our Earthquake. We're going to grab the Merciless. We are on a 98% crit. And last skill we are looking for, I have absolutely no idea, but we want movement speed, we wanted thrust, so we're looking for on guard. There we go. So that's all the skills. We're going to look at going for the damage on Earthquake as our main skill, and then also multicast and area of effect. Although the area of effect, I don't think we're going to need it because of the colossal bonuses, but we'll see. Because the way that we are going to get things to work here is, the more colossal we proc, the more chance we have of getting the Mhysahet's dust storm. And then we're going to use full graphics so we can see what the dust storm looks like. But I think it's just like, it kind of looks very murky around your character, or dusty, from what I last remember using it. But it's cool to show all these weird and wonderful interactions that you might not have known exist. Alright, we'll go for that. We can go for damage to earth, which is fine. Critical strike for the ocean, we're not worried about. We'll go with life. Increase the amount of fervor you gain. We will grab a couple of those, because that's just going to make it so we can get it quicker. Especially when we're fighting bosses. Just trying to get as much damage out as possible. We did go center of attention with runes again. That's going to just be for Earthquake, and that's going to just ensure that Earthquake lands by our feet. So when we are on top of the boss, we can guarantee that the Earthquake is going to be on top of the boss as well. Also, I don't know if you guys have ever noticed, but recently the Earthquake no longer has the blue circles around it. So I think that everyone was like, oh no, you know, when we turn visuals off, there's still those blue circles. So the devs were like, you know what, we'll just get rid of the blue circle from the skill. So either it's that or it's bugged. But I'm going to go with they just got rid of the blue circle, because I think there are other skills that no longer have the blue circle as well. Okay, HP, we can banish that, we can banish that, we can go Merciless. Movement speed's good, and more magnetic, just so you know, when we find the loot goblin, we can easily just pick up all that juicy XP that we get. Or even when things like this happen, so we don't have to worry about running around collecting the loot. Also, we dropped our ascension way back there. And unless we pick it up, it's just going to sit there. But objectives first. Alright, so we do get the area of effect over here. This is a physical one, which we're not going to need. So I am actually going to banish... do we need to banish it? We can just re-roll. And then thrust to earth. Yep, that can work. So we'll go thrust to earth here as well. And that's going to give us even more colossal when we do get the skill chain. So we'll keep skill chaining thrust to earth. And then just pushing damage onto our earthquake and also multi-casting on it as well. Let's just quickly pick this up. So we've got it. Oh, look, there's actually a boss fight over here that we can go and do. Alright, more life. Just the stats gain alone is incredible for your character. Also, we do use earth shield, so we do have healing in the build, which is really nice. Actually, this character has holy on their skill list as well, so if you really want a decent character, like if you like paladin and all that, but you don't like paladin's ascension, then I think the Myrmidon is a really good character to play with that has very similar play style, if you want to call it that. Just they've got the holy, they've got earth, they've got arcane as well. I think there's just slightly different skills that are used, but you can always use skill mastery to get those skills. Yeah, we've got form, so we're on 100%. I want multicast. There's earth to thrust, that's fine. Damage increase there. We could grab one slow, but the problem, I don't even know why we're getting slow actually. It must be because of RC veins that is in the passive. So we'll just leave that as is. We'll grab both that and the skill chain. But once we start getting that skill chain proccing nicely, we'll be out and about in the healing. This is a hard boss fight though, because it was the purple. But let's stabby stab this dude. There we go. And that was actually the last one. The boss will probably be a lot easier than that just was. We'll grab one armor, it was rare. And a form to haste, do we want it? I guess we can take it, it's not the end of the world. We'll take one just for that little bit of extra movement speed. But there's no way for us to get haste. Oh, there is a way to get us a haste in the build actually. You can go for Aruanak and that gives you haste, and then you can get haste to finesse for free. I mean, that's an idea. Whether or not it will work is another story. Alright, so this is the part where the fervor gain comes into handy. Wow, my English was bad there. This is the part where the fervor gain comes in handy, not comes into handy. But if we could get our ascension anytime soon, this would go faster. This will be the slowest one. Once we start getting more levels and things like that, things will be a lot quicker. I think we need more fervor gain. You can see just how potent the ascensions are for characters. How much power they actually get from it. Also, to be fair, I don't think I had my stuff going off properly there, like the earthquake and everything like that. Alright, multicast, beautiful, merciless, and then we were looking for this. So if for every 50 stacks of colossal, you create a sandstorm around you that causes damage and applies brittle to nearby enemies every second. It requires 50 stacks. It deals 30 brittle and 315 damage. It has a 0 cooldown apparently. So we're going to see what this looks like or how it works. And that's going to be pretty cool. Now we can go to Aruanak. We're going to see if we can grab a haste. Otherwise we'll just grab a C. But let's see. We need 50 colossal. So there we go. And there's that massive circle around us is the sandstorm essentially. And that's going to be applying brittle to absolutely everything around us. So there you go. That's what it is. Like, I see us leaving these ripples on the floor. I am curious to know as to whether or not those are doing the damage, or if it's just the huge area around our character that's doing the damage. But we seriously need a lot more damage. There's nothing coming out of us right now, which is not good. Grab that, grab that. Just feel weak. I don't know why. We shouldn't feel this weak, to be honest. Unfortunately, it looks like this character right now needs our ascension up and running to be strong. So we're going to keep going. It'll be a bit of a slog fest, but we'll get there. I think more skill chain and things like that is definitely going to make a difference. We only hit level 50 now. We do want the skill chain, and then, oh, we got both of them. Do we get a... we'll take all three of these, actually. That's perfect. We're going to have to just skip that one for now. We'll take the multicast. I think that's a bit of a problem. We don't have enough multicast yet in the build. We don't need armor since we've got resilience already, and I don't think we're taking too much damage going forward. And then some damage on the thrust skills as well. Hopefully we'll be able to be dealing more damage over here. There probably are better skills that we could have used, like maybe not taking Fury of the Depths and taking Fragility with Arcane. But I didn't want to, you know, have the so many different skills. I like to stick to two different skill typings. So having Thrust and Earth, or Arcane Holy or Arcane Earth, whatever the case is. And it's actually not a good idea. You shouldn't do it that way. But it's just how I like to play. Why I say you shouldn't do it like that is some cases, like in this one, the 2 Earth skills or the 1 Earth, 1 Thrust we're using would have been better to add Arcane instead. And gone for the Magic Missile and grabbed ourselves the... I'm sure there was another Arcane that he has that would have been really good. But you can see the Colossal really starting to work up now. I mean, look at the spear size. Pretty cool. And it's really nice that you don't need to grab Area of Effect ones for that to work. Okay, multicast. We will grab Area for Earthquake because I think that's what's going to be doing the most amount of damage for us. And maybe grabbing Center of Attention wasn't necessary, but I grabbed it anyway, so it's not like we can go back in time. I mean, we could have restarted, but it doesn't matter. We need another 2, which is right here. Perfect. So multicast for the Earth Shield, and Merciless for more critical damage. And we're on quite a lot of cast frequency there. I mean, not cast frequency, form. So we're actually multi-critting because we have 200% critical strike chance. So every crit will hit twice, or we crit twice every time. Cast frequency, multicast, cast frequency, multicast, all good. That wasn't fervor chance, that was critical strike chance during it, but we didn't need that. Or the actual damage of the Ascension. But let's see, hopefully this goes better than Mhysahet. Couldn't even see the Ascension to pick it up nicely. I cannot see anything. We have trapped a spider inside the depths of a spear trap. Forgot I have 3 dashes as well. Okay, the problem is this is going to get harder and harder, and I don't know why we went for Aruanak. We should have gone for Brokenth, but we'll do Brokenth next, because Shattered is definitely going to make a big difference. So over here, we want the skill chain. Multicast is fine, but we've got enough of it. Not that we have enough of it, but it works fine. Grab the double skill chain, and we got one more chance. And here we just take whatever we get. Oh, actually we can't. I made a boo-boo. I said one more chance and we don't have the chance. Okay, let's see. Earth has a 0.7. This has 1. So let's go Earth to thrust rather. And here, increase multicast chance for your thrust skills. But I was actually looking at this. Every time you cause a critical strike, you have a chance to gain haste. Now, we don't really, I mean, we do want it, but at the same time, we're going to get out of control with movement speed. The only reason we took it is so that we get the option to get haste to finesse, which is more multicast chance. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it at all. Because now we are probably going to be moving way too fast. You can already see that the haste is on 60, going up all the way, even higher and higher. So this is going to get a little bit drastic. We no longer need movement speed. Okay, cast frequency, we don't need the area of effect. We do need more cast frequency though, and multicast. That's not high enough, only 156%. That's terrible. Also, the amount of brittle this is applying is weak. Compared to what else we can get. What would be interesting to see is the damage right now. So Spear Trap is actually doing quite a lot. That means it might be worth our time to actually invest into Spear Trap damage-wise as well. So it is doing a lot of damage. Maybe grabbing the damages upgrades like that for the Spear Trap would work as well. So grab damage for Spear Trap, grab the damage for Earthquake as well. It's a nice way to just see, because, you know, I know that Earthquake's going to be doing a lot of the damage, but I didn't realize that a Spear Trap, even though it's going off all of this time, is doing a similar amount of damage. So it does make sense to just look at your skills every now and then and take a look and see, okay, this is actually the skill that's doing a lot of damage. Let me focus on that one as well. Okay, cast frequency, merciless, multicast, thank goodness. Let's increase our fervor a little bit more, and receive less damage is fine too. And if you're wondering how we're getting healed all the time, the Myrmidon has a very similar thing to the Hound Master, where you get 2 pets. It's not shown on the UR, and these pets do special things. They either, it depends on the weapon, so they can give you increased area of effect, or they give you a blessing, let's just put it that way. And they give you different stats based on the weapon you're using, and they also heal you regardless of the weapon you're using. Okay, more movement speed, which we don't need. There's a nice double damage increase. Area of effect's good, area of effect's good. I don't know, that's probably going to cause a problem. Too much area. Size does matter sometimes. And I think these are one of those times where it does matter, because I can't see anything. Don't know about you guys, but I can't see anything. Alright, we do get a double multicast here, so we're going to grab it, and then we can get even more fervor. At least our clear is really good, but the damage we're dealing isn't as good as I'd want it to be. But I think once we add Shattered into the mix, we'll be in a much better spot. Alright, Form to Resilience, that's beautiful. We get more of that, more multicast, more cast frequency. We might as well go for that. There's more skill chain. And now we could just focus on cast frequencies as well as skill chains and things like that. Anytime this would like to be defeated. There we go. We got the boss fight now. We can go and grab more skill, more crit. It's looking a little bit better now. 96% crit chance on the... Maybe we need to get a thrust crit as well, but I don't think you will. Normally, you'd have to go 3... Oh, we do have 3... No, we don't. We have 4-2. So normally you have to go 3-3 if you want to equal chances. Normally if you go 4-2, you always get more or increased chance of getting it on the lower skill typing. So in this case, thrust. So you'll always see earth to thrust. And sometimes you'll see thrust to earth, but not always. Also, don't know about you guys, but I can't see anything. Ah, yes, visuals. Hopefully after getting shattered on hits, things will go a lot quicker for us though. And then we'll fight... Oh no, but it doesn't allow you to grab it again. Alright, so that felt very safe. We could go resilience to purity, but that's not what we're looking for. We are looking for the shattered. And then I think we're pretty much good. I can start using rerolls in the next 2 rounds and go from there. We'll do another... Do we want the exposed on hit? That's only 3 options. I don't know what we can get. Oh, we can get the multicast on thrust from Aruanak actually. Excuse me. Alright, so now we've got shattered. So we should do more damage as well. This one's going to be difficult. Just move. That's the only thing I can tell you to do. Is just move. And you'll be fine. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. There we go. Multicast. Let's go for the cast frequency. Multicast. Alright, now we need to look for... We need more damage. So we're going to look for the damage. There we go. Things like that. Damage on earthquake. Although I don't know if earthquake is the one doing the damage, but that doesn't matter. There's our haste to finesse. So now we've got even more cast frequency. We have quite a decent chunk of resilience as well. And this is definitely going a lot faster. But I actually think it might be Spear Trap that's outshining the Earthquake now. We do find a goblin here. Now I know you can't see it, but you could see it in the minimap, and you could also hear the little gold sound, like the jingling. Multicast there, we can go resilience to form. And over here, let's just look for damage and skill chain. So we do have more locks. Thrust to earth this time should be fine. Do you know what? We'll just take both. What the heck? We'll just go one more time. Didn't work, so we're just going to grab both of those. There's a multicast for earthquake as well as a pity upgrade. Pity legendary for us. Alright. Since we have a center of attention, we're going to stand on top of everything. Oh, we did get hit quite hard there. But we do have Earth Shield to heal us back up. Unfortunately, I don't know if we can beat the boss by doing it this way. Just keep running. Luckily, we have a lot of form. Just go to the next one. We only need the 3 fights. It is a boss fight, which is a bit meh, but it's whatever. And now we're just looking for damage on Earthquake. So multicast is fine. Resilience to form is okay. We're just looking... Oh, haste to finesse is great. We'll just grab 2 of them at the same time. I'm not complaining over there. Let's see. Damage. That's damage for Earthquake. We can grab a multicast there since it is legendary. We can grab a multicast over here. Oh, we don't have to lock it. Area of effect. Just get more area of effect, you know? What's the problem? Actually, it is pretty good to get a lot of area of effect because they can... I'm sorry, guys. This is a 4 boss fight for some reason. I just need to see what's happening. Hold up, hold up. That was ridiculous. I'm sorry. I had to put the visuals down there for that because otherwise we were in a very bad spot. Alright, more damage. I think the damage increases are definitely making a big difference over here, so it's definitely helping us a lot. And then because we have so much speed, we can just run circles around the boss as is. Doesn't even matter if they try and slow us. I don't think they can. Okay, we managed to pick up our... I don't even know where the boss is. I'm just assuming that the boss is around that area. No, man, come on. This is absolutely ridiculous. Okay, let's just stand still and see if we can block all the damage. Because stat-wise, we're sitting on 74% chance to block. That's actually pretty high. So if we can just block the damage, we can just stand still here. We can heal all the damage back up again anyway using Earth Shield, so... Alright, there we go. Done. So we wanted to grab the spider sensors, and now we actually have a nice free goblin over here. We probably won't do Aruanak. Actually, we will do Aruanak again. It's probably the easiest fight to have, so it makes sense to do it. And then multicast over there, and then again, just looking for more damage. We don't need those anymore. Damage to thrust is fine. Don't need that anymore. We can go damage like that as well. That works beautifully. And we should get about 21 levels over here if we're lucky. Okay, it's looking more like 14. Just shows you that XP gain over time does go down. But we made it to 16 levels, which is pretty good. And that's another, there is a legendary option over there. There's multicast. Ooh, my goody goodness. This is getting out of hand. We don't need that anymore. Let's get life. Finally get a damage increase. So that's cool. We'll take it. Don't need the movement speed. We'll just take merciless. Increase favor. I don't know what that word is. I didn't actually pay attention to it. And let's grab some skill chains. I will take that, definitely. Multicast the Earth Shield, and then just look for damage like that one for the Earthquake. So let's go do Aruanak again. This time, visual still. And only because it's the easiest boss to fight. I really don't like Vivolt and Volkage. I don't know if I feel like the boss fight. The boss fight is a lot harder because of how many, like because there's 2 of them instead of just a single one. And there's just so many AoEs, especially when your screen looks like this. It's very difficult to see what's happening around you, so yeah. Can I pick this up? I have to use my mini-map to pick up my ascension because I actually cannot see it. That's crazy. And as long as it's not a boss fight, we can just stand still until the end. If it's a boss fight, we have to just be careful. Also, if you're wondering how I can see it, it's just like that very quick moment as we finish, as we get there, you can see the kind of a statue that it is. Like, this was a boss fight because I actually saw incorrectly. So let's go add that. This is just going to give me the opportunity to survive, although these are the easy. We don't have a lot of block actually, so we do have to just be careful. Oh, I got a frog in my throat today. I don't know what's happening. It must be all these sparks. Some are puncturing my pharynx. Okay, I need to like stay close to them, but these two bosses in combination with each other just don't allow it. Alright, there we go. Do we have another boss fight here? No, we don't. Let's go back full volume. Oh yes, PC, make those purring sounds. Let me know I am pushing you to the limit. Okay, more skill chain, more damage, more multicast. More crit damage, more skill chain, more block chance. Pretty perfect. And this will be the last fight. Luckily, the boss doesn't really do much. He does slow us down, which doesn't matter because of just how much we actually do. And if he does hit us, we have confirmed that it doesn't kill us. So we're quite good over there on that faction. Pop our ascension. We know we've popped it when the symbol disappears. The symbol hasn't disappeared. There we go, we got it. I think this could have been made better if we didn't use the first two thrust skills. Like maybe a skill that would add damage with brittle, or I don't know. Maybe some holy skills or better scaling skill. So this could go a lot faster for you if you use two other skills, but I mean, it's still chilled. We're just relaxing here, stabbing a spider to death. Actually, are these spears getting bigger? I feel like they're missing because they're so big, if that makes sense. Like, because the AoE is so big, they're actually missing the boss. Is that even possible? Okay, our ascension's back up again. Grab even more multicast chance. I love how we can do this without actually, well, one, we pretty tanky for starters, so we just stand here. I could go make coffee while this finishes, but that's also a problem. We don't really want it to be like this, so that's why I'm saying we needed a skill that, even if we used Monkey King's slam skill that did more damage based on shattered stacks, you know what I mean? Any skill that deals more damage based on X would have performed over here. Oh, we actually took lethal damage. Oops. That was not meant to happen. Let's just run around in circles so that doesn't happen again. Although it doesn't matter if it did. But there we go. Done and dusted. Everything can calm down now. And we can go through the portal. So let me know what you guys thought about this one. It took long to kill the bosses. Spear Trap actually outshined Earthquake, so it was something that I thought about. Maybe putting more into the Spear Trap would have been better. But I mean, with nearly 900 damage modifiers, 500 multicast, you would have thought that this dealt more damage. But apparently not. The damage. Yeah, it even has more duration. It's a longer cooldown though, but it also added the brittle damage as well as more damage to it. So very weird that Earthquake didn't do more than Spear Trap. Obviously Spear Trap hits more often than Earthquake does. But anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.